Tired of the same old radio talk show? There is an alternative. This is Gonzo Radio.
Here we are once again. Welcome to the Gonzo Radio Show here on the Gonzo Radio Network. I am your host with the most. I'm already gender bending, and I'm in it for 5 seconds. Yeah, that's me, Big Daddy Gonzo, here live. Like it says right there, live. We are live streaming here on YouTube every Monday night. Did you know that? You didn't know that? Well, now you do, because I happen to know for a fact we have some first-time viewers, at least a few, because they are friends and fans of our guests coming up later on. DJ, producer, director, Brazen. Hi, welcome to the show. Some of you actually know me, and I'm very disappointed that you have never seen the show before. You're not my friend. Okay, you are my friend. That's fine. Not everybody knows my show, but seated across from me, while I remove the Big Daddy Gonzo-ness from the page, because nobody wants to confuse you guys for me, that's for sure. We have Kevin the Idaho Jew Siegelbaum, or is it the Idaho Jew Kevin Siegelbaum?
Yeah, it makes no difference.
Depends on the graphic.
Yeah.
And then seated next to him, resplendent in purple buns, Lisa Kokoris, that is pronounced Kokoris, extreme canine enthusiast.
Thank you. Extreme.
Canine correspondent. Yes, and extreme. I first of all, let me be the first one to tell you, you did a bang-up job on the Sunday sesh. That was hilarious.
Stop.
Yeah, the Sunday sesh with Mike Cintron, a fun little show that we have every Sunday now. It runs about a half hour. It mainly talks about comedy, touches on cannabis news, and you actually had some specialized information. CBD oils for dogs?
We have one of the girls in our rescue who does a little side hustle for the CBD oil there.
Right.
And so she has, the like little CBD cookies you could give your dog, and they also have CBD oils that you could give the dog. It tastes like bacon flavor and stuff like that. So they love it, and it helps. It calms them down.
It's good for them.
This thunderstorm today, that's a CBD oil day for Dr. Sheldon Cooper over there.
Yeah, most definitely.
He's not happy when that weather starts rolling in, man. I'll tell you, none too thrilled.
And you get all three of them going, too, at a time, too. Because
Well, he gets the other ones going. It's all he's the ringleader all the time.
He starts barking, then everybody else got to start barking.
All riled up.
Peer pressure. So, Kevin, how was your weekend, other than you dislocated your shoulder masturbating or something? I don't know.
They turned around and said that May is National Masturbation Month. Someone should have warned me about that 11 months ago, so I got a little pretty warm up.
Use one hand.
Should
You don't have
pace
to use
yourself
both.
a little
I am
more.
a lefty on this deal, okay? I'm a little ambidextrous.
You like to feel like it's a stranger, right? Something you don't really used to.
No, then I go back to the right.
Who's the stranger gone a little too wrong, and he just fell asleep on it and stayed on his. You're not supposed to sit on the sleeper.
If this didn't hurt, you both get. Never mind. But no, my weekend was fun. I dropped my son off at Rocky Horror Picture Show for the first time on Saturday night.
How cute. I
Virgin.
love it.
Yeah, he was sacrificed.
And how do you like it?
He enjoyed himself immensely, and he prayed and begged me not to tell you because he didn't want to be embarrassed.
Oh, there's nothing to be embarrassed about, young man.
He got the conga line.
Oh, that's what you mean. You mean the time warp? He did the time warp.
Well,
there's a
no for his sacrifice. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, their sacrifice. Yes, their
He was
sacrifice
sacrificed.
ritual does involve a conga line for some strange reason.
Yeah, and he was front of the line, so he really got it.
Yeah, I'm sure that in the back of his mind when he first started up, he was like, "This is so stupid. Why am I doing this? And then he sees the hot girls and he goes, "Oh."
He was invited by one of the hot girls.
Oh, see, and then he goes, "Oh, okay." It's amazing what a teenage boy will compromise for the sake of being around hot teenage girls.
Of course.
Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. So has Lisa. Lisa did it a lot.
I did.
You were with a couple of Rocky
I did
Rats.
lips. Me and my girlfriend, we usually did it like I would be all in
I did lips once,
black
and
lingerie.
they never let me
She'd
do it
be
again.
in white lingerie. I'd be in the spotlight. She'd be in the black light. We did.
You're supposed to wear lingerie.
Well,
Well,
I thought it was supposed to be naked.
Yeah.
My first
Try
experience
that.
was back in 19, and I believe the person who is running that cast is sitting across from me at this table, Lisa.
Funny story.
I take no blame. I take no responsibility.
I lost.
I have a funny Rocky Horror story.
I lost car privileges for 2 weeks because of that
That's
night.
my fault. Okay, that's me.
I did Rocky Horror back in the anyways when I was like 18, 19, and I don't want to say what year it is. We went over this with Mike the other day with my age and whatnot. Anyways, or not.
Early 2000s?
Exactly, thank you. So I went up to Rocky Horror and started falling in with that cast up there at the Carefree Theater, which is now gone, sadly.
Ruffians.
Yeah.
Ruffians
the hell.
all.
Yes. So I was up there. Gonzo apparently was down here at, what was it called? Ultravision, or what was it called? What was the place you were at? Deerfield something?
Well, I was at two different places that were pretty much my baby. And that would be the 17th Street Cinema and Draft House, and the Margate, not the Margate Twin, the Margate Twin.
Okay, so it was
Yeah,
the Cinema and Draft House that we heard up there at Carefree Theater. So up there at Carefree Theater, we always used to hear, oh, there's this guy Gonzo that runs that one, and he's going to come over here because our Carefree Theater was the shit. It was a bomb. We had the Comedy Corner place next door. We always had, like, we were always meeting, like, Jeff Dunham and Peanut. We had, like, Tommy Chong came over and watched our Rocky
Hey,
Horror.
man.
Okay, it was so much fun. We had Meatloaf there.
Yeah,
Frank,
I was a little jealous.
So anyway, so Gonzo, there was this rumor up there at Carefree Theater that there was this guy Gonzo from Margate or wherever, which one it was, that was going to come over and take over and bring his cast and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck that dude. Who's this guy think he is? Fucking asshole. And why does he call himself Gonzo? My girlfriend Christy's nickname was Gonzo. And we were like, fuck that. He's not Gonzo. She's Gonzo. Wonk, 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 wonk.
Your Gonzo had bigger tits.
Fast forward a few years later when I was about 21 when we met. And I say to him, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Lisa. And he says, hey, I'm Gonzo. And I go, Gonzo? He says, yeah. That's
guy.
so funny. I go, you're the third person I know that goes by Gonzo. And he goes, really? Who are the other two? I said, one's my girlfriend, and one is some guy I don't even know. He used to do Rocky Horror and say he was going to come over and take over our cast. And he goes, that was me. You only know two.
I had
funny
absolutely
as shit.
zero desire to come take over the Carefree Theater. Let me tell you something. The Cinema and Draft House
sort of
was a handful enough as it was. Okay, I mean the Cinema and Draft House was such a handful. Somebody had to actually sabotage me and paint me as a homophobe.
You?
Of all people.
Yeah,
You?
that's how gullible these two people were. These two managers were.
You love sausage.
I know it's exactly. That's how gullible they were. They actually believed that I am a homophobe. Hilarious, but nonetheless, and there was after those idiots, a good cast took over. And they did fairly well for I think a year and a half, 2 years. But I moved over to the Margate Twin, started my own thing over there, and it was about the time I started in the radio business too. So I had WSHE behind me.
Which one was?
And we kicked ass.
Was that the one that was off of Oakland and 441?
No. You're thinking of no. That was a different Cinema and Draft House.
But
I'm talking about 17th Street. That's where I was.
Right, that was your
Yeah,
That's where I knew you. That's where you're
That Cinema and Draft House was also very cool. I was a member of that cast, but yeah, that had the best Chinese food restaurant next door to it. Oh my God. And a Chinese food restaurant next door that drew celebrities and sports.
Oh, so he's trying to show me up because I said we had the comedy place next door.
Why?
That drew celebrities.
Why? Just because
okay.
I got
a better story.
I got
Doesn't matter, you
fried
had
rice.
meatloaf.
You're not getting any camera time now, so there. No, I got fried rice at the same place that Dan Marino got fried rice. So
I wouldn't eat it then.
yeah, I know you wouldn't.
You got to hang out with
Needle.
Meatloaf.
All right, so okay, so we've all had a lovely weekend, and we've all done the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think we've established that. Who's in my damn chat room?
A lot of people.
There's a lot of people in the
Who's
chat
on
room.
my
We got
lawn?
14 people watching. Now, by the way, guys, if we get one more,
We get chair shot.
that was a while ago that we said we get 15 people watching live that we would hit Gonzo with a chair. So then we said we were going to up it. So by now we need
20.
19 and a half people. So if you know any
That's
midgets,
the line is 19
We need
and a half.
another
And I'll take the over.
Okay, so tell a couple of your friends to get online here real quick. Corey, get the rest of the people from the rescue online here.
Those people.
Yeah.
Them people.
They
By
are.
the way, welcome home, Corey. Welcome back. Welcome back. She was out of town. I didn't get to watch her dog, Swaro. Swaro! Remember, I had him. He was our featured foster.
Yep.
Little white poodle.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got adopted.
Awesome.
Yeah, very
I
good.
got to meet his family. And he's adopted with, he was a little white poodle. He's got a brother now, a little black poodle named Vader. Little
my
black
God.
poodle, white poodle. They're so cute.
Well, speaking of Vader, this past weekend was kind of a bizarre conjunction of holidays, both official and unofficial. And I mean, what did we have? We had Cinco de Mayo.
We had Free Comic Book Day.
We had Free Comic Book Day, which is
had
which is like Nerd Christmas.
Yeah, on May 4th,
May 4th,
which was really crazy.
which comes right before May 5th, which is Cinco de Mayo.
And we had the Aaron C. show this weekend. For
Aaron
us.
C. show.
That's a South Florida staple. It's like a holiday.
The Kentucky
Yeah.
Derby,
Yes.
which was a fucking travesty. The ending was a travesty. I don't give a shit. I'm calling bullshit. Anyway,
I got a funny story about that one too.
but we also had the latest episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh, we're at 15
And-
now.
Huh?
We're
We're
at
at
15.
We're at 15.
We got another four
Nice
and a half
guys.
people.
Nice guys.
Yeah,
Love it.
That's fine.
Fun.
I have
Good
a
times.
chair
Good
right
Well, Chris
there. I'll
Turner's
break it
on,
with
so
my
that's our
head.
extra half.
So what? Listen, I'm not going to give any spoilers,
power.
but Lisa, can you explain this shit? Can you explain this now? The big red arrow is going to be pointing to what I want to explain. I mean, can you explain this?
Yeah. Oh my
Whose
God,
is this?
16, 17
We're
people.
17.
First off, how does nobody finish a fucking tall Starbucks quick enough to just throw it in the fucking garbage? Okay, that's a tall. That's not even a grande, I don't think. That because look at the what do you call it? The paper holder. Anyhow,
That's a Pete's coffee.
you know me. I don't believe anything I see or read on the internet. Okay, I don't care how many people posted that picture. I don't care how many people sent it to me on Messenger. I was like, all right, look, I'm gonna rewatch it again this morning. So after I finished watching, what was it? Wickedly shocking, horribly vile, whatever it was, that Zac Efron movie, that Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
What-
after I
did
was
he
done with
suck?
that, let me tell you what. You know me. I like the Ted Bundy tapes. I like the real deal,
You're a psycho.
But I did enjoy it just because I thought it was interesting to see some kind of stuff from like his ex-girlfriend's perspective and whatever. Anywho, I digress. I had to go online. I had to go on my on demand and fast forward and find this scene myself, and I did. I took a picture of my TV and sent it to the Gonzo radio crew, and I said it did happen. Now, I say it happened at minute 18:53, but HBO starts, to record, and then it's like, Barry coming up this week, whatever other shit, whatever.
Right.
So maybe it wasn't exactly at the 18:53 mark, but very disappointed in you guys.
It peaked at 18.
I'm very disappointed in you guys.
I
HBO,
personally,
not you
Oh.
guys, not you. I know you're used to me saying I'm disappointed in you, Kevin.
personally, I think it's hysterical.
Now
I'm
here's
gonna
the
bust his shoulder and his elbow at worst.
Have you seen the new little thing that they've done with Game of Thrones and Sesame Street?
No.
Cersei, Tyrion, and Elmo. I just heard about it a little while ago. I'm sorry I didn't get to you earlier, but it would have been a great freaking break.
Well, I mean, all right, Lisa, who is the actress that portrays Cersei Lannister? What's her
Lena
name?
Headey.
Yeah.
Hottie.
She's lovely. She's awesome.
She was
she's
great
beautiful.
on Dexter.
Yeah, she really was,
She
actually.
was
That's
really good on Dexter. She
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like Psycho there also.
Yeah, of course. She does
Oh,
Psycho
Jonathan Abrams is being funny. Coffee for Queen Daenerys Stormborn, the House of Targaryen, first of her name, Queen of the Andals, the Rotor and the First Men, the Lady of the Seven Kingdoms and the Protector of the Realm, Lady of Dragonstone, Queen of Marine, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, the Unburnt, the Breaker of Chains,
And
the Mother
drinker
of
of
Dragons,
pumpkin spice.
and drinker of pumpkin spice latte for Dani.
I just showed the meme.
Yeah.
I just showed the meme. I just showed the meme.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
what does the barista write on the cup? Circus girl. Because they're assholes.
Okay.
Well, we peaked at 17, and now we're back down to 12. I don't know. Maybe
peaked at 18.
We peaked
Don't
at
get
18.
your
Oh,
hopes
sorry.
up. Don't get your hopes up.
Well, here's what. My only thing was like, I feel like we dumped back down to 12 because everybody was like, oh, shit, they're going to start talking about Game of Thrones, and I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah.
So come back, everybody.
No
Tell everybody,
spoilers.
no, we're not spoiling anything. We're not spoiling anything for you.
All right.
Just the cup of coffee there. Just the fact that Starbucks has come to
the cup of
Westeros.
coffee. We have weirder fish to fry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
RUFKM?
Are you
fucking kidding me?
We so have weirder fish to fry because our RUFKM has a decidedly there was so much weird that we actually had to get, I don't know, a couple of setups for the main weird, and because it's been a weird weekend, and so finally handcrafted artesian weirdness with the Idaho Jew. Bring it to us.
I'm taking my glasses off for
You
this
got to
one.
take your glasses off. You don't want to get any. No, put them back on for safety's sake. For God's sake.
Cody's back. Cody's back. Thanks, Cody.
there we
Thanks
go.
for coming back. Back up to 13. Thanks, Cody.
Safety glasses.
So here we are, guys. Get ready. Get a room. Seriously, both of you. That's the title of our first segment. From Florida on two fronts. Number one, first off, yes, pun intended. From Key West, Florida, 46-year-old Gary Hill was arrested for having what he called a Key West moment with partner of the moment, Crystal Francis, a.k.a. sex on the sidewalk.
Road rash.
Yeah, pretty much. To add to the stupidity, it was the sidewalk literally outside the Key West police station. I know
Literally, everybody drink.
Literally.
It was. It was. So he was charged with indecent exposure and held on a $7,500 bond while she was taken to the hospital for over-intoxication.
Wait. This is Key West. How intoxicated are you that you are arrested for over intoxication?
Now, I can't say what their day was like prior to, but at that point, they had downed a pint of vodka before their sex not on the beach.
A pint.
Pint and a vodka in Key West. For God's sakes, at least go for the rum.
Jesus Christ. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, hold that comment back a little bit because we're going to get a little bit close to that on third story. Now for the second part of this one, number two, funnier from Flagler Beach, Florida. 52-year-old Kenneth Andrews was arrested last Thursday at a beach on North Ocean Shore Boulevard for masturbation.
That dude's 52. This picture, this dude looks like he's 100.
Now, you want to know the reason why? Because women come to the beach in thongs.
Okay.
That's the reason he gave to the officers. Now, the funnier fact is that the cops responded to the complaint and, according to their own reports, apprehended Andrews after observing and videotaping his action for 30 freaking minutes.
That's not surveillance. That's voyeurism. Did somebody take a look at it? I want to see body cams from those cops.
That's actually creepier than the guy that's out there masturbating.
I'm telling you, it's like I want to know, Mr. Officer, why were you watching for 30 minutes? How much evidence did you need?
Yep. Nice job there, officers. So Andrews had hiked his shorts up from the leg area to where he was exposing himself during the act and was thusly arrested. He faces charges of lewd and lascivious exhibition. Well, did you take a look at the beach where it was done?
Exhibition.
Yeah, it's a nice neighborhood. They had to elevate it just a little bit, pun intended.
All right. Let's. Speaking of elevating, why don't we elevate the discourse a little bit and get to the real meat of the nut.
You mean cruising with Scientology?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
The cruise ship Free Winds made headlines this week after being quarantined from measles outbreaks upon the high seas. Now, that might not be much of a story on face value, but it gets a little weirder. It is Scientology. First off, I got what was the cruise line's name, and I turned around and I told them the Free Winds because they asked me the cruise line, and I said Scientology. Second question I always get after that is, Scientology has a cruise ship?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it seems
Tucker's had his 40th birthday on. There was a whole big thing. Did you not watch Going Clear on HBO? You fucking losers?
give me a high five for that one. Thank you very much. She knew.
Good,
Watch all that shit.
good call. That's
Come on,
the
you know
next
me.
pick.
It
Right
does-
after I was done with the Bundy tapes.
I want nothing to do with Scientology, but go ahead.
It does seem that Cruz can take a cruise without all those pesky wogs out there to bother his deep spiritual studies.
Wogs.
Yep. Now, it doesn't seem like much of a story, but it goes deeper if you look into the Church of Scientology, for those of you with mental disorders or a job like mine. The church describes the free winds as a kind of a moving Mount of Olives, the site of Jesus' ascension into heaven. It's the place where Scientologists can reach the highest level of spiritual attainment, or better known as operating Thetan level 8.
Dayton,
Thetan.
level 8. Thetan.
I don't think...
Thetan, level 8.
You couldn't make this up if you were a science fiction. Never mind. Without getting into the details regarding the operating practices of batshit crazy on the high seas, without the high, it throws a massive monkey wrench into two main points. First off, Scientologists are in fact vaccinated according to many reports, and as well as former members. And number two, lastly, the big one. According to former member Leah Remini, you know her from King of Queens, and I quote, "The Scientology ship, the Free Winds, is where they reach one of the highest levels of Scientology and are supposed to be impervious to WOG illnesses."
Again with the WOG.
Yeah. Again, her quote, "A WOG is a derogatory term used to describe all of you who are all just average humans compared to the superior Scientologists," as she said.
Shit sounds racist.
Yeah, we're muggles.
I don't know. I don't want to go to Clearwater
Or
ever.
mundanes.
Hey, Lisa, let's go to Clearwater.
Nah. It's like the gym. That sounds like a terrible
that
idea.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Holy crap on the high seas, Batman.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not a huge fan of organized religion. I'm not an atheist, but once you start getting into,
organized.
well, you get into the magic underwear religions, and you get into the alien overlord religions, and
then you get into West Virginia, where it's first cousin and closer.
Well, and you start believing in,
religion
you
is
know,
that?
like I said,
West
you
Virginian.
start getting into flying spaghetti monsters and crap like that. But
That's
this
the
Scientology
pirate
thing,
one. Don't mess with it.
the minute you started telling me this story, and the second I heard this story, I was like, measles outbreak
Yeah.
on a Scientology ship. I thought that they were supposed to be immune to regular human diseases.
That's what they
I
tell
mean,
Tom
whoa,
Cruise and
what the fuck
John
is-
Travolta.
WOG though, they call us WOGs.
Yes, they call us WOGs.
I'm telling you, that is some
That-
fucking racist
because-
shit.
Well, it gets so close to being, a POG, and that's just wrong. You remember that game? You're old enough.
Wow. Wah, wah. Lisa, how many in the chat room?
What? 16?
17.
16 just rolled to 17
17
right now.
We need 3 more
By
guys.
the way, he asked Lisa how many were in the
gonna
chat.
do it. Oh, fight,
17.
fight. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with our guest, Brazen.
Well, my name is Mike Cintron. I did 15 years of pot research. 15 years of pot research, ladies and gentlemen. And the one thing I learned is that pots will make you forget 15 years of research. Nice. Don't do it, sir. I know it. You're like, I've been there. Numb. I know. I'm also here to tell you why smoking crack is bad. You know why smoking crack is bad, sir? That's right. It stunts your growth. That's right. I mean, I could have been an NBA athlete. I'm a comic now, telling jokes.
We represent for worldwide. We do it big and we've been to. We represent for worldwide. That we love to party, we go anywhere when it's time to party. Now I'm in LA with my lady a party, then after New York shot place. You know we party hard when we don't at JA. Asking ATL, we go crazy. Chi-town, Dallas, Las Vegas, raving. Party outside, party later night, party and the flight, then land in Dubai. Yo, we gone Tokyo, me gone. Rip the show to a bees, I know me gone. What we love to rave, and we not do it in a one place. We go hard in a. We do it big enough. We been tough. We represent for. Looking flawless, feeling so fresh. Flying high in a new Learjet. Only hot girls we got on deck. On the chill out cruise on the Atlantic. Ain't no spot in the world we don't see. Marco Polo got nothing on me. In the VIP, that's where I be. I'ma live my life like I'm wild and deep. I just feel that we love to party. We go anywhere when it's time to party. Now I'm in LA with my lady a party. Then after New York shortly. Up fun wild out every day. That's how we do it in a MIA. South Beach, that's my place.
Gonzo Radio.
Oh, I swear to God, we're not complete idiots. Stay back there. You stay back. Lisa's completely out of control. And you play a little dance music for her, and she starts to go off.
Play it again. Play it again.
No. She'll go.
We gotta get on. We gotta get on camera.
We'll never get her calmed down. Then we'll never get her calmed down.
But you have some of those CBD chewy things.
No CBDs.
Dogs and humans.
No. Hi. Oh wait, let me switch over to the Idaho Jew, Kevin Siegelbaum. Lisa is behind me over here somewhere. Where are you, Lisa? There
I'm
you
just
are.
kind of floating in and out. I'm waiting for the music to play again. I was like,
No, music's not playing until the next break.
it's in my head.
It's in your head. Okay.
I like it.
Well, that was the music of Brazen, by the way, who happens to be our guest right over here. I would hit you with a I would hit you with like fake applause or something like that, but. White lady dancing, but I did give you a graphic banner underneath. You are a Brazen DJ, producer, director. Man, you are a busy dude. But welcome to the Gonzo Radio Show.
I'm honored to be here. I've been looking forward to this for a while, Gonzo.
Well, get a little closer to the microphone. Don't be shy.
Someone lied to you about our show?
And look at him. He's impeccably dressed too. You could dress up a little bit there, Kevin.
I've got a collar today, a nice one.
Well,
the hell?
It's kind of a. All right, we'll give him a pass.
Thank you.
He's got a little bit of style, but not much. Not like you, though.
I heard we.
Not like you, though. Well,
I can't look as good as him. That would be well, I could never look as good as him, but that's besides the point.
Well, that's true. that's just a matter of fact.
He's got the hair.
It's actually one piece, and I can take it off if you want. And
no, don't give him a hair. Don't give him hair. He doesn't need hair.
25 people, and we'll get hair, and Gonzo will take a chair shot.
Only if Lisa gives it to me.
He's been wanting me to give it to him for years.
Easy. So Brazen, you'll just sit here and listen to us argue all fucking night, though. It's like three siblings. First of all, once again, thank you for coming on. You are and your music is being featured on our breaks. You are a DJ. You are a producer. You are a director of music videos.
I've done a lot of commercials. I've done some shorts. Hopefully the feature's on the way.
See? Yeah, see, he so in other words, he knows how to use better editing stuff than I do, that's for sure. What's your favorite tool to wear your favorite editing suite?
It's still Final Cut.
Still Final Cut. The standard. The $5,000 standard. That's crazy. But, okay, and you're waiting for the feature to come, though. But you recently, what was this, earlier this year, you dropped 7 new cuts?
Yeah, there's I actually had a new release partnered with Dave Nola from Dynamics 2. We have another alias called Hard Boiled.
Right.
We produce like 4/4, Tech House, prog breaks, prog house, stuff that's a little bit less bass heavy, more mainstream dance friendly.
Right, and one thing that I notice about once you get to the tech house and the progressive house and the breaks like that, it's more of a universally danceable form of EDM. There's like no headbanging or anything. It's actual dancing, and people actually dance to it. Because, I mean, let's face it, when you're banging out hard electro house, dubstep, stuff like that, there's a lot of very aggressive dance moves involved in that. But meanwhile, your form of dance music, along with Dynamics, by the way, I've been a fan forever. Our our producer, has happened on the scene.
It's a little hard to hear you.
Oh, okay, good. See, I'm glad somebody's looking out for us.
So.
Yeah,
What?
Oh.
And I told people, and sure enough, the niche is there and has been there. And so guys like you and Dinah, and even now we're going back and getting Icy's back on the scene even.
He hasn't left. He's been laying it down hardcore for 20 years straight now.
Hard working DJ.
Every weekend, every weekend out across the country. Every month is definitely singles coming out from him. The brand new thing on Beatport on Zone, you can't miss it. Every month.
Every month. Right on. Yeah, love that guy. Love that guy since 93. He's amazing. Amazeballs.
And he's still blazing trails.
Gotta love it. So, what?
Yeah, we want to know where you're from.
Oh, well, I'm about to start asking the personal questions.
No, I'm here telling you what's going on in the
Because
chat.
they hear an accent.
Yes, I know they hear an accent. All right, so let's fine then. I'll just skip ahead 3 questions that I was going to ask you. And so, where are you from with that fancy accent?
I'm from an island off the coast of Massachusetts called Brockton, Mass.
Heading down to Brockton.
City of Champions.
City of Champions. You don't. Why? Where's your Patriots hat? You didn't want to wear a Patriots hat here tonight?
I can't fit that hat on my head.
Yeah, because a lot of people are wondering where he sounds like he's from. Sounds like he's from New York. He sounds like he's from. Well, it's a New England accent.
Oh, I'm from the town where you get Marvin Hagler, Rocky Marciano.
Oh, wow.
It's a straight up sports town.
Right, but you've been living in South Florida for a while, so you've taken the edge off the accent.
It comes and goes. I know how to hide it.
Hey, just pronounce your R's. That's just
Park the car in Harvard Yard.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be stereotypical with that. All my friends that are from the Massachusetts area, oh my God, wicked pissa. But okay, so is everybody happy? We know where he's from. Now let's get down to the fun part.
Ashley also wants to know, do you like the cold?
Do you like the cold?
Cold is my kryptonite.
Yeah, that's why he lives in South Florida. You get as far away from cold as you can. Welcome
Any type of cold. I'm very limited on where I can live. When it gets cold here, I want to go to Cuba.
Damn.
I just want to go to Cuba tomorrow.
Because you see, I can deal with a dry cold. I just can't deal with a wet cold.
Oh yeah, no cold. No cold at all.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or damp. Damp is bad. I mean, I know I don't look like I'm 100 years old, but I'm like was it Balesandra? Yeah, I have a special magic necklace. I'm like 1,000 years old and I'll fall apart. But I'm speaking Game of Thrones to you, and you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I do. I saw the dire wolf sitting outside freezing his ass off at the end of the last season episode.
Yeah, now he's going to go even farther north, which is like. So you saw last night?
I did, but I don't know what to make of last night. But I got to tell you, last week's episode for me, pound to pound, blew out Avengers Endgame.
Nice.
Really? Yeah, I'd have to agree as far as intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Endgame was an epic. It was a magnum opus. You could actually say that if you managed to condense Endgame down to an hour and 20 minutes, you might have gotten the same effect. But that whole dark fog of war effect that everybody bitches about, but then everybody goes back and watches for a second time and turns all their lights off, and it scares the shit out of them again. Yeah. See, it's definitely an act of genius. It's definitely an art form, and they hit it. They hit the nail right on the fucking head.
Well, they promised a battle of fire and ice, and we got it. When they were up in the air, when the dragons were flying around, we couldn't see because it was an ice storm.
Right.
And when it was down on the ground, it was balls to the wall, blazing fire battle.
Yep. And you it's also something that dragged you to the end of your seat, because right there at the end, they were losing. They were getting overwhelmed. They were about to go down. I mean, Jamie and Brienne were pinned up against the wall, fighting them off. And then all of a sudden, boom.
Snow was going to get blasted.
Yeah. He was just about to get zombie ice dragon blasted. So okay, we won't veer off on Game of Thrones. We'll get back to you. Maintain focus. Okay, so musical influences. I hear a lot because I've listened to just about all your songs, at least all the songs that you give me. But musical influences?
Yeah, I guess I got to start off with, as far as electronic music, I got to stay with my home team, Dynamics 2, Scratch D, DJ IC, freestylers, plump DJs. But then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that kind of comes into play that you probably wouldn't expect. I grew up listening to a lot of hard rock in the 80s. I also had, what else? A lot of freestyle in the 90s, electro in the 90s. And Carlos Berrio beats influenced me heavily. I listened to all those freestyle songs, and the one thing I couldn't take about those things was the guys were singing about just girls breaking their heart. And it got to the point where I would just play the dubs of them, the vocals, the B-sides, where it was just the beats.
Rather than listen to everybody whine about how their girl
old.
just ruined their lives and stole my heart. And
You mean life?
yeah, well, well, remember, South Florida is like ground zero for the freestyle movement. It really is. I mean, before it got to New York, before it got to Boston, before it got to Philly, it was here. It was here. I would say here and San Juan, Puerto Rico. Okay, I mean, we're not close, but it's still, and we were ground zero for that. But wow, nice rounded body of influences. Okay, so I have to ask, and it's almost like when you ask a DJ this, it's like asking a middle-aged woman how old she is. How long you been doing this?
I've been doing this, buying music since the 80s. I've been producing since the 2000s. Playing out since 2000, mid 2004, 2005, around there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, that works. Well, that also explains why you have a more rounded resume than just DJ. You're also a DJ, producer, and director, which would make sense. So, film influences. Now that I fully know that you are a film buff, you are a film producer. You do video production. So, who are your influences there in that medium?
We could talk this all week, but right off the bat, I'd say John Woo, Michael Mann. Ringo Lamb. I kind of like a lot of these new guys coming up now. The guy that did Sicario, Taylor Sheridan, he's got some great things going on.
Well, now let me ask you. Every time that somebody says John Woo, they immediately say Michael Mann too. Just like Woo and Mann come one right after the other.
But I can see how that would work.
Yeah, I mean it always comes down to that. I see them go back and forth, boom, boom, and it's like Michael Mann comes right after John Woo. It's great. No, it's fine. I have no beef with it. I'm just like, how come every time somebody talks about John, because John Woo is just we're talking angle changes, we're talking pace of cuts and things like that, and of course sometimes the strangest music and sometimes the best music you ever hear in a soundtrack over dubbing the actual action of a John Woo movie. It's fucking awesome. I mean, I much respect for the John Woo-ness, a huge Woo fan too. Okay, so let's see. We've gotten to your influences. So there's only one thing left to do. Kevin, you act like you have a question to ask other than
since
seven.
You said Woo and Mann, I mean, the first thing that I want to know is what you would consider to be your favorite movie from each.
I'd say for Mann, I'd have to say hands down Heat.
Good. Yeah.
All day.
Yeah. Can't argue that at all.
It's another movie that makes you go.
Yeah.
And then Mann, I mean, for Woo, I'd have to say Hard Boiled, but then I'm also a big fan of Bullet in the Head, actually.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay, which is actually the inspiration for the Rage Against the Machine song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Zach and everybody actually in that band, they're all big Woo fans. So,
and if you don't know, John Woo's the guy that set the pace for action movies since the 90s, since Tarantino did Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't forget Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
He dies. Everybody dies.
I can honestly tell you that when I first saw Reservoir Dogs, I was like, "Who is this John Woo ripping off motherfucker?" And then was like, "Oh wait, he's pretty good at it." He has his own textures and everything, and the way he switched the shot order and the storyline order and bounced back and forth, but still made it coherent. I mean, of course, that's how John Woo does it too. I mean, he's Mr. Exposition. He expedite everything for you. So,
and that movie single-handedly reignited the gangster genre in America.
Oh yeah. Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Because I mean, how soon after that did Scarface come out?
Right.
You know,
And Bad Lieutenant was
Bad
around that
Lieutenant.
time too.
Bing Bing.
I'm having a flood back of movies, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun this week.
All right. Well, you can't go catatonic on us right now because you have something to do right now. You have to, because otherwise you guys are going to sit here and have movie talk, film talk, and me and Lisa are going to go out and get a sandwich. Oh wait, Lisa's got her hand up.
I guess somebody in the chat wants to know how they can hire you.
Oh well, that would be easy enough too.
Facebook.com/DJ Brazen.
There you go.
Ding ding.
Oh.
Call the man.
I guess it's now on me, Brazen. We're gonna find out how brazen you really are. I believe it's time for me to hit you with the 7 deadly questions. Are you ready, good sir?
Which one of you guys watched Shazam and came up with the 7 deadly questions after watching that movie?
Oh, we've been doing this for a long, long time.
Yeah, it's been about 5 or 6 years we've been doing those.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And me, I'm the fucking genius.
You're
So I can type it in the chat for the people.
Facebook.com/DJ Brazen, or you can find me on Instagram at Brazen Miami, BrazenMyami on Instagram.
Yeah, he was the
all
genius by letting me loose to write these things. So we're going to start off with the 7 deadly questions. Brazen, you're ready. We're going to go with number 1, lust. If you could sleep with anyone in the world, celebrity or not, man or woman, living or dead, who would it be?
I gotta say, I'm not really someone that is jonesing over celebrities, but I might have a short list. Back when The Mask came out, when Cameron Diaz walked on stage, I think everybody in America lost their minds, including me.
I touched myself.
You always touch yourself.
It was in a theater.
You were hanging out with Pee Wee Herman, weren't you? Oh, God help me. I'm definitely taking that one. We're just going to move on to number 2.
Oh, I got a couple more with that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie?
Robbie, yeah, Robbie.
No, Robbie. It's
Is it
2
Robbie?
B's. 2 B's. Okay, so you want to change it to Margot Robbie?
Can I add her to the list?
It's only one girl.
What about 6 from Battlestar Galactica, Trisha Helfer? Can we put her there too?
No.
I want to hear.
I got one more.
on.
One more. Emma Ferguson.
From-
Mission Impossible.
Oh my!
Very nice.
I've rarely met anyone who can give more than one. And
I don't like this. This should be like Sophie's choice.
Sophie's
Like,
choice.
make a decision.
Make a decision.
No. Just out of curiosity, Margot Robbie from Wolves or from Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I'd say Wolves.
Oh yes, bless your heart, sir.
All right, next.
We're gonna move on to number 2 because
haven't
it
eaten
fits it. He
meatballs
has a
in a
good appetite. Let's move on to gluttony then. What's your all-time favorite pig-out food besides the 4 women?
Well, it depends on where I'm at. Because if I'm in Boston, I'm having Chinese food in Chinatown and cold tea late night. If I'm in Texas, I'm having barbecue brisket at Franklin's. If I'm at, if I'm in Baltimore, I'm having crab. New Orleans, I'm having the best Cajun food that I can have.
Well, then I'll narrow it down to you. You're at your final resting place. It's the eternal buffet. You only get one choice.
No,
You're
the
in
last
heaven.
meal before execution. That's
Nah.
what it is. Last meal before execution.
He's already gone. This is his heaven and hell. What is it, buddy?
All right, guys. I'm gonna come clean on something
It's
here.
heaven. It's gonna be all those things.
Once a month, we have this thing called Clam Club.
I'm in.
And the first rule of Clam Club is you don't tell anybody about Clam Club until it's done.
In.
We go to Costco. We get a massive amount of clams, shrimp, lobster, corn,
Lobster.
and we
Lobster.
boil it all up.
Have a boil.
Lobster.
And it's like a Caligula fest. There's enough to take home for a week after.
no,
Not if I come.
Been there, done that.
But we only have 3
no
people
pun
there.
intended.
Only 3 people.
Now, aren't you glad I pushed a little bit longer for that question? Then we're going to move on to number 3, greed, because obviously this man loves to have it all. He's perfect for the 7 deadly questions. I really do believe. Greed. Some people collect cards. Other people collect people. What is that one must-have thing?
That's a tough one.
One.
Because I'm not really greedy. Life's been pretty good to me. Yeah, so far. Knock on wood. So, agreed. I guess I'd have to say, if there was one thing that I really, really like to keep, it would have to be my movie collection.
Spoken like a true film buff.
Hell yeah. Then we're going to move directly on to number 4 because I can't really argue with that.
Are we only on 4?
Sloth. Are you lazy much?
Never.
What is that one thing that you love to try to get out of doing? Don't go mundane on us. Come on, be real.
Again, most people have commitments to things that they want to get out of doing. I actually wouldn't probably commit to it if I didn't think I wanted to do it. But there's stuff that happens in life that you can't easily just say you don't want to do. And I'd have to say that it would be going to the license place to get a new driver's license or jury duty.
Oh, both of them a pain in the ass, yes.
The first one is a pain in the ass. The second one, you just turn around and tell them you have a kid that's sick at home. They'll let you go. So we're going to move on.
The second one's torture.
Yeah. Another one's 5, wrath. Who'd you like to just punch in the face?
So now this doesn't go against me. Like, they can't use this in a court of law or anything, right?
No. This is,
This show. Let me reassure you of this. This show is a news and commentary show. I've since had to change the description of the show so that people would stop nailing us with copyright claims because now we're covered. Right, yeah, we're still, but we had to change the designation because if we're a news and commentary show, then we're allowed to use a lot more stuff under fair use.
We're funny about
seriously, they're funny about that, but you know what? It's real. We're not going to get tagged on this one. So
Ask if anybody else is having a problem streaming tonight.
is anybody else having a problem streaming tonight?
Tell us in the chat here. It says the server keeps going in and out. I said it's the whole Wi-Fi.
I was having problems right here.
Were you?
Yeah, earlier. Yeah.
Maybe it's my Wi-Fi then.
Oh, sorry.
My Wi-Fi sucks.
Everybody go offline around here.
Somebody go tell my roommate to log off. All right,
Stop surfing porn, Russ.
Yeah, surfing it.
It's the only way he can get some action going.
So on to the next.
Well, he hasn't answered yet.
Oh,
wrath.
Who'd you like to punch?
Who'd you like to punch in the face?
So
just say Kevin at this point. You can go on with the day. It's like easy.
So, I actually have maybe 1 or 2 people in the music scene that, if it was like WMC, Winter Music Conference down in Miami,
right?
And I left the Clevelander, and I was in my car, and they were walking through the back pathway of between the alleyway of the buildings down there.
Yeah.
I probably would really want to hit the gas, but I don't want to talk about that one.
Is this somebody that you know that if they happen to be watching this, and you could take them in a fair fight? Okay, is it somebody like that?
Oh, it sure is. I know it's someone that's a fan of yours on Facebook, Gonzo.
A fan of mine. Oh, and you want to punch him in the face?
Drama.
Oh, in the face. A fan of mine. Right on.
Give us a first initial or something.
Well, I don't want to talk about that one. I want to talk about the person that I would really like to hit.
Kevin Siegel.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Dr. Phil.
Oh!
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Say Trump.
But why would you want to hit Dr. Phil?
That dude thinks he knows it all.
Phil McGraw is a man who cares.
And then he gets up and grabs his wife's hand like he's like a Neanderthal and drags her off stage. I don't know if he's still married, but last time I saw he was doing this.
But Phil McGraw cares about people.
It's an act.
I like him. I like this guy.
Well, that's why I brought him, just for you.
I'm envious.
What's our next question?
Envy. If you
Envy.
could trade places with anyone in the world, even if it was just for a moment, who would it be?
This is a good one. If I had to trade places with anybody in the world.
Doesn't have to be a celebrity. It could be the guy down the block who, I don't know.
I mean, that would mean that they have something going on that I would really, really would like to be a part of. So I don't know necessarily if I've actually ever pointed at somebody, but I can say that I like what Michael Mann's doing. So, I mean, I'd love to be a part of Mann's team or in his place or doing what he's doing.
I like it.
So there. Makes sense to me. He's a film buff. He's a capable editor.
Writer, actually.
Writer,
director.
Writer, director. So there.
Can you make him sound good?
No. Nobody can.
Okay, I'm screwed too. Then.
I'm stuck sounding like this.
Then finally, number 7, we're going to go with pride. What is that one thing you've done, that one accomplishment that nobody knows about yet, that you wish everyone knew about?
So I don't know if I've done that yet. I can say that there's one thing that I can say that has been, that it's a little well-known, unknown secret about me, is that I did the first New York-style graffiti mural in Russia in the 80s. I'm sort of like the godfather of Russian graffiti, of American graffiti in Russia.
Holy crap.
And I mean, you in Russia in the 80s.
Yeah. And
so you had to be like the only black guy in Russia.
I was 2.
You were one of 2?
Oh, I was 2 years old.
Oh, you were 2 years old. So you didn't know what you were doing with that spray paint can. You just sprayed it out.
I was kind of like an exchange student with this group of people that were like called Children of the Future, and we were like there to collaborate with Russian kids to like show the world that Russia and America get along. And this is at the end of the Cold War.
Right.
And it was the weirdest thing was walking through the subways and having people come up to me like I was like
a novelty.
R2-D2. Yeah, R2-D2 and C-3PO and like in Return of the Jedi, where the Ewoks come up to them and they start worshiping them.
We see pictures of little things like that. We've never seen one live. Can we touch little thing?
Yeah, they called me Bill Cosby.
Oh my God. You retract that now, Russia. That's
you want
an
pudding
insult now.
You want pudding? Yes, you want pudding. It's very good for you. Yes, you want pudding.
But I guess I'd have to say what I'm really take pride in now is my screenplays that I've got. I've got a couple of projects. 10 years in, probably an understatement saying that. They're action adventure. Hopefully, I'll get them onto a production company that'll produce them and put them on Amazon, that new station that's coming up, or Netflix.
There's new outlets and platforms all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. It's awesome.
When I started doing this stuff, I was writing 300-page scripts, and if you're an unknown and you're not discovered, 120 is kind of the limit. And I grew up on my favorite films are all 3-hour movies.
Right.
So I guess the influences have sort of shaped the direction that I wrote and created these projects.
Right.
That's
okay.
awesome.
Right on.
And so moving forward, there's kind of some noir, action adventure, crime, melodrama projects, and hopefully we'll see them on a streaming platform sometime soon.
Oh well, then and then we'll have to have you back so we can talk about them. Because you know me, because I'll be around. You know that.
Deal.
You know that. All right. And anything else, Kevin? Or that was 7.
That was 7.
And those
Brazen,
your 7 deadly questions?
You have suffered and survived the 7 deadly questions with style and elegance and ease. I'm impressed.
Sorry, no prizes.
Yeah, no prizes.
Can I get some shout-outs?
Shout-outs?
Shout out.
Well, sure. By all means.
I want to give a shout-out to Dynamix Dave. Shave It, so you're out there listening. Corey Morrow. Ashley Anderson, and all my other peeps that tuned in from my social media posts today. Thanks for the support. You're the best.
Yes, and thank you for tuning into the Gonzo Radio Show. That's why I bring such interesting people. Why? Okay, so we are going to release you back into the wild and let you go. And I see you're dressed and ready to hit the town. I mean, you go out at 9 o'clock.
I'm just waking up at 9 o'clock.
You're just getting up at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I know. It's because you come in, you get dressed. Now you're going to go from here. It's like your schedule is, I'm going to do a podcast, and then I'm going to go to this club, and I'm going to go to that club, and then I'm going to stop for dinner, then I'm going to have dinner at this club, and then I'm going to have a snack over here, and I'm going to finish the night over at this club.
There's studio sessions in between there, too.
And and then a couple hours in the studio.
I want his life.
No, you don't want his life. It's nocturnal. It's nocturnal. He's up all night. You don't want him telling you. And plus, you don't have the talent for it. Yeah.
I want to be his entourage.
We can do that.
Well, there you go. You are now a personal assistant. All right, Brazen, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having
me. And best of luck in your future endeavors. And by all means, I will be begging you to come back once you start getting your stuff on Amazon, once you start getting your stuff out there. I want to start seeing these stuff. I want to see the rough cuts. I want to see that stuff when it starts to come out.
You get to read the script, too, if you want.
Right on. I'm a script-reading fool. All right, that's Brazen, finishing up and surviving the 7 deadly questions. And we are going to be back with our featured Foster right after this break. we're back. I love that cube zoom because it gives me, I'm back around. Well, that was a fun Seven Deadly. It really was. And as I keep telling people over and over again, as people go, well, your show's really cool and everything, but you're always having. It's like every week there's a stand-up comic, and I'm like, yeah. So you don't like laughing?
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. So I mix things up a little bit. And we'll continue to mix things up.
Hey, all Brazen's friends are leaving. Hey, Brazen's friends, get back here.
Get back in it.
Get back in here. You guys stay tuned and see this featured foster that I got for you guys.
Get back in that room.
We try to do some good
Pay
here
attention.
too.
Take a look at our puppies. Look at the puppies.
Look at the dogs. Look at the dogs.
All right. Well, you just want to get to that then? You want to? Okay. Well, let's do that then.
Sure. Let me know.
Let's get right to it then.
Okay.
Yeah, sock it to us.
Sock it to me. We have your Good Karma Pet Rescue featured foster this week. Coming to you from goodkarmapetrescue.org. See how I worked those in together this time?
Nice.
Okay, great. So we have for you this week Roxie.
She's a fine bitch.
She's a foxy Roxie. So Roxie is one of our dogs, unfortunately, that is stuck in boarding right now. So she needs a foster or an adopter. So we'd love for her to get adopted and find a forever home. But if you would like to foster, we always need fosters. Case in point, these dogs that are in boarding. You remember I told you about Owen. Owen's in boarding too. Another great dog. We just don't have a whole lot of big dog fosters. And sometimes we get these big dogs. This is a big girl. She's about 80 pounds. She's 2 years old, so she's full grown. And now Roxie is great. She loves toys. She's got a Kong she's had since she was a baby. That's like her favorite toy. She loves dish rags. Don't ask me why. That's like her thing. And so she loves to run around and play outside. She'll chase a ball and play fetch. And she will chase her tail and has finally figured out how to catch it. But now she's like, what do I do? So don't think that this is just like, oh, I need a dog. This dog's just going to run all over me. She also loves to cuddle and chill on the couch and gives lots of kisses. So she is a lovey, lovey girl. She also loves to lay at the window and just like watch everything that's going on outside. She's very interested in everything that's going on outside, the activity and whatnot. She knows all her basic commands like sit, stay, calm down, paw, and kiss. Now, from what I understand, you don't really need to give her that command to kiss. She'll just do it anyways. You see all these pictures. Her tongue is out all the time. She's ready to go at you. She is crate trained, and she loves her crate. Like my dogs, they love their crate. So they will be in there all the time. You leave those crate doors open, they just go in there and lay down, and they hang out there. It's their little den. It's like their little apartment. Their little efficiency.
Pictures sometimes.
I know, so cute, right? Shh. Yeah, wake me up when Game of Thrones is on. So she'll stay in her crate when you're gone during the day, like if you're at work or whatever. But at night, she really would prefer to snuggle in bed with you because she is a cuddler. Cuddle rating A+. So she's a good eater. She will watch you eat, but she won't beg for your food. And a good eater is great because those dogs are food motivated. Food motivated dogs are really the best ones because they're easier to train. That's why she knows all her commands. She's very social. She loves to play, and she will play with other dogs. But in home, she certainly likes to be the center of attention, the queen. So it's kind of best that she may be an only pet in your home. She is, like I said, in boarding, so we would love to get her out of boarding. I always tell you guys, as nice as the boarding facilities are that we have these dogs in when we don't have a place for them to stay, it's like Dorothy. There's no place like home. There's no place like home, even if it's just a foster home. So go to goodkarmapetrescue.org, and you can click the link to foster and apply to be a foster or to adopt any of our dogs and cats. You can volunteer for things that don't do anything involving having animals in your house. We need people sometimes to drop off dogs, pick them up at the vet, pick them up from their foster house and drop them at the vet, get them from the shelter and drop them off at their foster's house just to get them out and get them safe. The foster can't get there, but they could take them. So there's a ton of stuff that you can do that doesn't necessarily cost you like money to donate, which is great. And it doesn't cost you like your time per se that you have to put into with a dog. So I think Roxie has that beautiful brindle coat. You know I love that brindle coat. I just think that's so adorable. And I would love to see her. So what Corey is, thank God, in the chat with me here. You know, Corey is one of the big wigs there at the rescue, and she knows everything. So Corey says she's huge and sweet, and she wants to be a lap dog. She does go with other dogs out in public, just not in her own home because she comes a little protective, which is easily managed. It's not aggression. You know, some dogs will get a little like guard little things. Like you've seen how great Strider has become, right? Yeah. And that dog used to guard the couch, guard his bed, guard his little crate. We had to take his crate away from him for a while because he would go in there and he wouldn't come out. And I would have to use my little wooden back scratcher to go in there and loop him on his little harness and pull him out because then he could bite it all he wanted.
I had who the fuck are you growling at, you little shit?
I'm embarrassing Corey because I'm talking about she's one of the upper muckety mucks there in the rescue. If you apply for a dog, Corey's going to see all your information. And then she's going to tell me.
Going to see your stuff.
Do a property check, do a vet check, whatever. Oh my God, down to 7, down 8, 8, 7, 6. Where's everybody going? Does no one love Roxie? I'm so bitter and upset right now.
It's 9 o'clock. It's past their bedtime.
Oh, yeah. It's not like 9 o'clock and Game of Thrones is on. We already saw it yesterday.
Well, it is. Well, maybe they're watching Monday Night Raw. No, that starts at 8.
I don't know. What's on Monday nights anyways? I don't know what's on Monday nights besides us.
Right? I mean, really, seriously.
I thought we were the only game in town.
Seriously.
Oh, what are they watching, that Marlins Cubby game out there?
I guess. That would be Russ, and I think he's like the only person in Boca Raton doing that. All right, well then, you know what? Let's quick hit him with the social media whorings, and then let's say our bye-byes.
Me, Kevin, who first?
Well, let's see. Let's go with ladies first. Let's just jump right out there with Lisa. Starting off with Sheldon the Wonder Pup, your Instagram.
Sure. Okay, my Instagram is at Sheldon the Wonder Pup, and that is actually Sheldon's Instagram page. So if I ever share it to Facebook at the same time and it looks like my dog is talking, that's why, because I do it, I guess, if it's him talking.
Crazy lady.
Sheldon the Wonder Pup on Instagram. Also, you can find Good Karma Pet Rescue on Instagram as well as Gonzo Podcast. You're gonna need to go. Oh, thanks, Cody. Cody's back. Cody hasn't left. Yay. You can find me at Lisa Kokoris on Facebook, which is just me, and then you can find me at Critter Sitter Lisa, which is my Critter Sitters and Daily Dogs page. You can see all the fun stuff that I do for work, and you can hire me to walk your dogs, scoop your cat litter boxes, and do all kinds of fun things with your pets when you have to go out of town or when you're working all day. Don't give your dog away because you don't have enough time for them. Call me. I'll come over and walk that dog for you.
Exactly, and don't forget friends of Good Karma Pet Rescue.
Oh, fans of Good Karma. Fans. That's the fun interactive page. The Good Karma of South Florida on Facebook is great. That's the administration that posts all the really good information and posts and whatnot. Fans is more interactive. All the fosters post on there all the time. I post for the show on there, and then you'll get reminded about it.
Yeah. Okay, and let's see. Let's go with the Jew of Idaho. Starting off with your
the one and only. I am the Idaho Jew.
Just everything Idaho Jew
on Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat. Yeah, just about everything. I'm also
MySpace.
No.
AOL.
I look pervy, but I'm not pervy.
Grindr.
No, ew.
Bumble.
Oh my God. So I'm just about everything of the Idaho Jew, along with
performing at the Cubbyhole this weekend.
No, that's Russ.
Tamer Taboo with the Idaho Jew for all your food questions and all your holistic needs, as well as FortLauderdaleBeach.com. Also on Facebook at just Fort Lauderdale Beach, where I am one of the administrators. You'll see me tomorrow night. Hopefully, shoulder permitting, I'll be over at the world famous Elbow Room in Fort Lauderdale with Sounds of Stardom karaoke.
You can sing with one arm.
8 o'clock to 12 o'clock midnight. You should have missed it. You should have been there last week.
You should have missed it. I did.
Well,
you should have missed it.
I actually have to say you should have missed it because it was Fleet Week. I was there in my kilt and everything, and I realized it was Fleet Week. And I looked at everybody in white, and they like, nice kilt. And I'm like, Nice cock blocking.
Yeah.
There's nothing I could.
Sailor.
I could have looked like an Adonis. It would have made no difference whatsoever. It would have been hilarious.
Oh my God.
But come on down to the Elbow Room karaoke, 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. You'll be there with me and all the guys from Sounds of Stardom, along with Gabriel Falcon from Fort Lauderdale Beach. We were covering the Aaron C. show this week, along with Tortuga a couple of weeks ago. We have the ends on certain things, so come say hi. And then you can find me, if you're my friend, at Kevin Siegelbaum on Facebook. That's a secret, though.
I can only find you if I'm your friend. If I'm your friend, then why would I want to find you?
I don't know.
If I'm your friend, then I'm already there.
Not everybody knows.
You always ask such good questions.
Secret.
All right.
Is it every other Tuesday,
we have to
or is
separate
it
them with
every
a
other
hose.
Tuesday?
So, of course, you can catch me, the Gonzo Radio Show, on Facebook. That would be the fan page and the group page. You can also, as I make some adjustments here, you can also catch the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk fan page and group page. Also at Instagram, the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk on Instagram. The Gonzo Radio Show there, that's us with Rob Schneider. It looks like we're about to eat him. I love it. And, of course, the Gonzo Radio Podcast, at Gonzo Radio Podcast on Instagram. Join, follow, interact. And some things are changing. Some stuff's going to be changing again. I was threatening to do it a couple of months ago, and I'm still threatening to do it, and it's still coming along rather nicely. The network is fleshing out well. Of course, we've got the sports show, the Sports Desk every Sunday at 6. And then, of course, Lisa was gracious enough to be a guest on the Sunday sesh, and I like that synergy. Once again, you did a fantastic job. Thank you for doing that.
Thanks, Gonzo. That was fun.
She's funny.
It's great, except now I owe him a new cover for the table here because there's Strider hair everywhere.
It's like half the dog is on the table. It's okay. We'll take it outside and beat it with a stick.
The tablecloth, right? Not the
dog?
Yes,
the tablecloth.
Okay, just checking.
So next week, just to let you know, the sports show most likely will not be coming off at 6 o'clock on Sunday. Damaz is out of town. And unless I find a suitable guest or guest host, I might do like a 15-minute rundown for you. But other than that, don't count on the full show. And next Monday, I get rid of these two. Poof, you're gone. They both they violated probation, and they got to turn themselves in next Sunday. So just before Game of Thrones, and they don't have cable at the jail, so you're really going to be doing time. So no Game of Thrones for you next week either.
You're so funny.
You're so funny. Hey! You know, salt is bad for your diet. You know, it's really bad for your blood pressure. It really, it
it's
makes
bad
it,
for your vagina.
Yeah. That's sand.
Oh, sand in your vagina. That's right.
You've got a vagina and you don't know this?
I'm sorry. I don't go to the beach.
She's a little tired.
I'm hungry again.
Yeah, cranky, exactly.
I'm always hungry when we do the show.
Well, on behalf of myself and these two scallywags, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And once again, thanks to Brazen for putting up with our shenanigans and bullshit. And I will see you in some way, shape, or form next week here on the Gonzo Radio Show on the Gonzo Radio Network. Coming to you live, streaming 8 o'clock every Monday night. Thanks once again. I'm driving Lisa nuts, just prolonging the misery for her.
I'll leave.
I know you will.
I'll unplug my laptop.
Bye, everybody.
For Gonzo Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for Gonzo Television Station. Coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.